Yo, what's good, guys? So this is gonna be a full entire video on all the lessons that I've learned and that my guy Julian right here has learned while moving out of the country at 20 years old. We're both one-on-one coaches, and we both have gained so much experience, so much knowledge, and learned so many lessons ever since moving out the country. And yeah, I'm excited to just share with you guys everything that we've gone through. And it's been a lot of ups and downs, it's been a lot of challenges, and it is very hard on the mental moving out at a young age. And yeah, my guy Julian is actually going back to visit his family in one day.
Yeah.
Going back tomorrow. So I'm about to be off alone here, and it's going to be very interesting. You guys are going to see on the channel. But how are you feeling going back alone?
I'm feeling pretty good and get to see the family. I've been missing the family actually. I miss my mom, miss my dad, miss my brothers. And I really want to go back with the intentions to help my family grow in the right direction, because my mom's not going to church, my brother's not going to church. You know, most of my family is not eating 100% clean. So I feel like my intentions going back really needs to be focused on my family and growing my business in the right direction.
That is beautiful right there, yeah. For me, actually moving out the country and having my family realize what I do and why I take it so serious, and all the benefits I've received from, you know, having a clean lifestyle, you know, learn how to conquer every day, cutting out the vices. My whole entire family has now gotten insanely more healthy, and I'm so blessed that that was the impact that it had on them, you know, because, you know, Julian's going back with the mission. Julian's going back to sacrifice things here to be able to obviously do God's purpose and do his good will back at home with his family. But man, I'm honestly so blessed to be in this position where my mom is eating completely clean foods every single day. My dad's eating a lot cleaner. My brother's been taking his health more serious. My cousins, my aunt, my uncle, they're all eating healthy. They always grew up healthy, and they inspired me to be more healthy. And you know, it's so crazy how my whole family has improved so much as a family. I grew up in a very rough home of a lot of bad things going on, a lot of, you know, hatred, demonic, you name it. It was in my household. I'm not really gonna get too personal because, you know, that's my parents' business and stuff, but you know, not the best, you know, example figures growing up in a way. And yeah, I'm just very blessed to be here and be able to set the example from countries away.
And with going back, I'm gonna be going back with a plan. Like, I already know my workouts I'm gonna do. I know the food that I'm gonna eat. I'm currently on a carnivore diet, so I'm gonna be sticking to this diet going back, because I'm going back with discipline. I'm not going back to be comfortable. I know I'm supposed to be better as a man when I go back, because I earned the opportunity to come here, but I wasn't working hard enough to stay here. So that just is gonna push me even farther. So when I go back, I can really focus on my business and really lock in on who I wanna be, while also helping out my family. I already have a clear direction of what I'm gonna do with my grandparents and stuff. You know, my grandpa already told me once I come back, I'm gonna get him on a meal plan and start helping him with his health and fitness. So I'm gonna be doing that right away. As soon as I get to my grandparents' house, just helping them get the meals on point. And then also
Share your grandma weight.
Oh yeah, my grandma's down 30 pounds in about 3 months.
With whose help?
Yeah, with my help
Yes, sir.
as a grandson. You know, we gotta lead our families in the right direction. My grandma grew up not eating the best, eating fried chicken. Every time I would go home from school, I'm having my cereal, I'm having my Hot Pockets, I'm having my pancakes in the morning
Same here.
at about 6 a.m. before school, and my brain fog is crazy. Like, health is the main thing on why I'm here. Both of us had to go through getting our workouts on point, getting our meals on point, so we can actually get the opportunity to come out here. That's why we broke the chains, because we broke the chains of eating habits, we broke the chains of working out every single day. That's why you see us on this camera, because we had to go through the pain and suffering.
And that's the foundation right there. Like, a lot of you guys want to be financially free. Everyone does. A lot of you guys want that house, you want that dream car, you want that dream girl, obviously the dream body, but a lot of you guys will blame your environments or your circumstances or your lifestyle or your job or how many hours you work, and you blame everything out of your control to be able to not level up. I work 70 hours a week, as you guys probably heard on this channel. If you're new here, I used to work as an aerospace mechanic. I worked 70-hour weeks. I got every single workout in 6 days a week. I ate 100% clean. I came home to a fridge full of processed foods every day, to pizza on the counter, to people offering me food, my family members, and I had to say no. It's hard, it's difficult, but when you have a vision of who you're trying to become and you know the foundation that you need to build to be able to get there, a lot of guys try to skip the foundation and they build a weak structure, and one little storm comes by and it blows you off track, right? Because you're relying on willpower, you're relying on motivation instead of an actual system that builds the foundation for you. And that's what I teach in my one-on-one coaching. That's what Julian teaches, and that's why we're here today. That's why we got this experience. That's why, like, literally everything started out with working out and eating clean and building a lifestyle around that to where it makes you the best version of yourself. Not just jacked, not just for the looks, but who you are mentally, right? Who you are behind the body, because your body's temporary. Who are you behind the soul? Who are you in the mind, right? But I wanted to start off, I wanted to ask you, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned coming out here? Like the biggest lesson, number one.
The biggest lesson I learned is you are stronger than your mind. I went through a lot of hard times coming here. You know, most of the days starving. But guess what? It's temporary. Temporary pain is going to make me stronger. You know, I was looking at my bank account, zero in the bank, and then I get a blessing from God, and God has saved me. That's the reason why I'm here, is God. You guys got to remember that. And I just realized my mental is way stronger than my body. My body was sore. I was hungry, but I was still going to put the work in. I was still working out, even though I felt terrible. I felt like absolutely bad, but I still got up and I still put the work in, even though I didn't feel like doing it. And that's what's going to make you who you are, is pushing through the pain, especially when you don't feel like it. Yeah, it could look all yah-yah on camera, how fake it is nowadays, but guess what? Who you are inside matters more than your physical appearance. It matters more than the social media. You know, these cameras are set up, but we don't have to set up these cameras and give you this knowledge. We chose to give you this knowledge because we're young and wise, and God has given us this opportunity to actually spit the facts. So my lesson I learned is I'm stronger than my body. My mental is way stronger than I can imagine. You guys can imagine that too. Your mental is where it's at. That's why you got to work on your inside before you work on the outside too. You got to build both at the same time. You could have a strong body, but if you don't have a strong mental, it's not going to balance out.
That's facts. This guy right here is literally the strongest, most crazy, delusional guy I know. And I'm not talking about physically strong. I'll bench him any day. But I'm talking about, this guy is literally delusional. Like, we're at the store, right? Can I share this story?
I don't care.
We're at the store, and this guy goes to buy some, whatever he was buying, and his card declines, and like he said, he had zero in the bank. This guy still just goes on, like he's conquering every single day. He's starving himself. He's doing one meal, all because he has this inner drive. Like think of this guy like David Goggins. Like David Goggins, he goes on a 200-mile run, and to be able to do that, you have to understand, you have to separate your mind from your body. Because David Goggins, his mind and his body are completely on two whole different worlds. His body is cooked. David Goggins, like if you do research on it, he's had a hole in his heart. He's had all these problems, running on a broken foot. His body is absolutely shot. But his mind is like a billion-dollar mind, whatever you want to say, right? His mind is insane. And Julian really gives me that same energy of like, I don't care what the heck my body's going through. I don't care what the heck the outside circumstances are. He showed up every day. He got his YouTube videos out every single week. He got at least 2 reels done every single day. He's hopping on all of his client calls, showing them as much energy he can give them. When he has none, he's like pulling energy out of thin air, just making energy, because I saw this guy starving. You know, as me, you guys probably looking like, yo, Ian, were you not there for him? Guys, we're both grown men.
Yeah.
Julian knows that if I were to come and step into his place and help him, you know, pay for the food, help him out with groceries, he's not even gonna let me do that. He's not gonna want me to do that because he knows he got himself into that position, and I know what I did to get myself in my position, and we're just in different positions, and it is what it is, right? But obviously we work as a team every single day. But in those circumstances, we both know that it's do or die. You know, we got to make it happen for ourselves, because the whole point of coming out here is to be able to rely on us. On simply, I want to rely on my soul and nobody else's. I don't want to come home to my mom's house or my dad's house. I don't want to rely on my food being in their fridge. You know, they pay my electricity bill. You know, I paid all my bills, but they still paid electricity, water. I wanted to fully rely on myself. Same with Julian. So that's why we did that. And man, this guy is absolutely insane. Like, I really like that lesson that you learned, and you really inspire me for sure. Like on like separating the body from the mind, because I'd say you're definitely a lot stronger than me in that area, and it's pushed me so far, and I've gained so much strength just watching him do that. You know, it's definitely insane. It's crazy to see.
Yeah, it's just the mental factor. Like, yeah, me coming out here, I wanted to really grow. Like, I was in the most comfortable position. I have Whole Foods. I'm working a job. I got my online business. I'm coaching a growing person. This girl really likes me. I got my best friend JP. If you guys didn't know, shout out JP. I got my best friend here. I got everything going smooth. It's about to be summertime in Washington. If you didn't know, summer is awesome in Washington.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most beautiful weather. And I chose to leave the country with like $400 in my bank, get a place, and grind and try to build a stable foundation with my business. You know, it's like, that's what you gotta do. It's a learning experience. We're all gonna be dead. Why not try something different?
This guy, and I'm talking about him more than me right now, but it's just insane. Like, he's one of those people that's like absolutely delusional. Like, this guy is like crazy in the mind. Who the heck moves out of the country with $400 in their bank account? That's how you know he's gonna be successful, and the success is already guaranteed. He literally, like, his willpower and his mind is just out of place to where, you know, his reality is so far behind. In a way, like his reality or environment is so far behind of his mind. That's all gonna catch up, and he's not worried about that, and neither am I. Like, this guy literally shows up every single day, no matter what the circumstances. He puts in the work, never slacks off, never does anything. Even when he's sick, he's still posting reels. Like, yeah, it was fire. It's definitely inspiring. And yeah, you're delusional. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you gotta be delusional to become successful. No
It's
doubt.
literally, you cannot become successful without being delusional.
Hey,
But
but no
to have that delusion, you guys need this. I need this. I'm trying to learn how to. I would never move out of the country with $400 in my account. That's a real dog. Yeah, that's insane. You are crazy.
Hey, but it wouldn't be possible without this guy. This dude, you know, led me in the right direction. He told me to book the flight. I was actually doing ab rollers. He called me. He's like, "Yo, I just booked the flight to Bali, dog. You want me to send you a link?" And I was like, "Yeah, send it."
I know. I literally called him. Was like, "Yo, I finally pulled the trigger. You know, I'm sending because I've talked about it to him. I was like, it was my dream to go to Bali and live there, move out the country." And I brought this dream along to him and presented to him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's like I've always wanted to travel the world." But I didn't call him. He's doing ab rolls at the gym. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll call you back." He's like, "No, it's good." I'm like, "Yo, I just bought the ticket." And he's like, "Oh crap, you just like send me the link."
Yo, like, send the link, dog. Look at it.
I was looking at him on the phone like, "Bro, what? Like, just no thought. There's nothing." He's like, "Yeah, send the link." I was like, "All right." Literally next day we're at church. We had the ticket and everything.
Oh yeah, we booked the ticket like in the parking lot. Remember?
In the parking lot at church.
Hey, see, I'm following God. I had faith with it. I started getting closer to God. Both of us actually got baptized at the same time. That's how you know it was meant for God. And, you know, God gave us a vision.
Yeah.
We booked that flight at church, and you know, it was from there. It was a takeover.
Yeah. This is all from God, man. Like,
100%.
remember at my lowest, not my lowest point, but one of my lowest points in my life, where when I had to break with my girl, when I realized, no, that was the lowest point of my life. I had to break with my girl in my 5-year relationship, because I was so fed up with who I was in that relationship, outside of the relationship. I was fed up of looking in the mirror, seeing a crazy physique, and I had no confidence, and I had no freaking, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I felt so empty. I felt like I've always known who I'm meant to become, and I never actually took action on it. And I felt like I was behind. Even though I wasn't, I'm young, I had that delusion, you know, like that success delusion of I'm so far behind. There's people out there killing it while I'm sitting here, you know, I can't stop masturbation. I can't stop, you know, arguing with my girl over stupid little things. I can't get rid of my insecurities. And, you know, once I hit that point, I bought the Bible. I started to read every day. I stopped masturbation from that day I broke with my girl. I started to eat 100% clean. I started all of these things, and I fully went in on myself. And I don't recommend trying to change your life overnight. I like to tell myself I'm special. My parents always told me growing up, like I always felt like a special kid, and I just always felt special. And you know, I was able to do it, but I recommend you follow obviously a system. You go step by step. But I was so fed up with who I was, and I full sense it, right? But you know, going through that, I picked up the Bible. I didn't see any friends for months on end, like at all, no friends. And I finally prayed to God one day, and I was like, God, bring me somebody in my life, like when I'm ready, that, you know, has the exact same vision as me, that, you know, is like, and I'm like praying to God, like, I didn't think he's gonna bring me somebody doing, you know, online coaching like I'm doing, eating 100% clean, every single thing me and this guy are like. And we've known each other way before that from school, but we didn't talk in years. Like, we didn't talk in high school, not a single time or whatever. Went to different high schools, but it's like crazy. God brought us back together, and like, bro, it was just insane. You know, we hit the creek, we're working out with the boys, and fast forward now, I mean, we're literally here on this camera, moving out the country and just doing crazy things with our life when, man, like, things happen so fast when you just have compound movements and you have that compounding effect every day. Me and him, we set these standards for ourselves and we relied on them every day. We didn't go below our standards not a single day because we were so fed up of when we did. We had a standard and we would fall below it and then say it's okay. He would go eat out with his girl. He would get the burger at whatever when he knows he's supposed to get the steak, right? You guys heard of his stories, and I did the same thing. And I did worse things, and he probably did worse things too, right? But I would never live to my standard. And when I got fed up, I flipped the switch. Same with him. When you really rely on that standard for yourself and you never break it and you say, this is who I am. I don't eat fast food. I don't masturbate. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. When you tell yourself these things and you write it down every day, you do these delusional things that nobody does. You write it down. You do stuff, you go out the way, it's gonna actually happen. It's gonna fall into place. You're no longer gonna be that guy, and you're gonna get rid of old room. It's like literally like getting rid of like unpacking a storage unit, and you get to refill it with whatever God wants in your life. If you're using God as your source, you know, God is the foundation. That's how, like, God's gonna fulfill your life with so many great things, and he's gonna 10x your life every single time. I'm yapping, your turn.
Yeah, you guys gotta be delusional. You gotta set up a structure and a plan of what you're gonna do. That's why when I'm going back home, I'm framing my mind as I'm a whole different person. I'm changing my diet. You know, I'm changing my workout routine because work has put me on with a great split. But now I call it the Ultimate 10 split. But
this guy's trying to take my split. You'll always be the worst split.
You gotta reframe your mind because once you go back to your old self, your mind's gonna frame to what you used to think. That's why we don't eat processed food anymore. Yeah. That's why we don't watch porn anymore. That's why we don't hang with low-minded people anymore because it's gonna put us in that low-minded state. That's why your surroundings is so important. If you're surrounded with like-minded people, constantly trying to grow, constantly with a delusional mindset, that's how you're gonna shift your identity and just truly level up yourself every single day. That's why my working mindset has been on point. Coming to Bali, Vietnam, because I see this guy working 24/7. I'm like, yo, I gotta work too. If this dude's working, I gotta work harder than this guy. I gotta get more close. So like that's why we push each other because we're the opposite and we're always constantly challenging each other to be better every single day.
Yeah. 100%. I want to ask you, like, other than that lesson, is there any other super big lesson or something you like opened up to and like you unlocked a new version of yourself?
Yeah, opening up to myself and like truly finding my true self and like opening up to my boy Ian right here and like telling him a lot about my stories and stuff because like in the past I've really been closed off to like showing people who I truly am and I should never be scared of that because I know who I am. I'm a pure-hearted soul, and like a lot of people don't know that. Even on social media, I feel like I block myself off and like put a layer, but I'm actually like really true-hearted. Same with this guy too. Like we're just gonna keep getting better at this, and this is just a start for us. That's why we're picking up the camera every single day. I even told this guy, "You're not setting down the camera ever. I don't care if you don't want to pick up the camera."
I hate posting content. I like these YouTube videos, but I hate posting like short form content. I don't like having my face on social media or doing any of this stuff. This guy pushed me every single day.
Yeah.
Like I've gone through some low times here. Like, remember
It was that beach day.
a couple weeks ago, I was on the beach and I was telling Julian, I was like, dude, like, I've always been a person that balls up all my problems, all my stress, and I ball it up and I put it somewhere in my body or something. I put it in my head somewhere where I can't even really think about it too much, but it's there. And it balls up and it balls up. And when I was a kid, I used to lash out. Like, I'm talking like, I remember beating the crap out of some kid at soccer practice out of nowhere. I just started like beating him up. I remember lashing out my brother, trying to fight my older brother that's 4 years older than me. I stopped cussing, I got my butt kicked. And like, I remember just always lashing out as a kid every couple months because I would ball up these things. And I'm still learning to deal with it. I'm going to be honest, I'm still learning to deal with it. But, I lashed out and I beat the crap out of it. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I hit that point where I woke up this one morning and I felt it coming too. And I woke up and, dude, I just wanted to just quit. Like, I was like, I just wanted to give up. Like, I realized, I looked at my posts, I'm like, I haven't been me in any of my posts. I put on this layer, I put on this mask of, hey, like I need to like yell at you guys or jump at you guys or jump off the counter for a hook, like do something ridiculous. And I don't like not being me. I don't like faking stuff. And for the short-term content, you kind of have to, even when you're being your realest self, you kind of have to rush it. You can't just like sit here and, I stutter. I'm working on my speech. If I stutter, I have to restart the video because attention span is cooked nowadays. Stutter, this guy's crap, scroll. You know what I mean? Like I gotta put myself out as a professional person because that's who I believe I am and that's who I'm trying to become, right? But at the end of the day, like the content's very rough for me and it still is right now. And yeah, I've hit some very low points down here where I just wanted to quit. And my guy Julian is here to, guys, like I would see more success with my coaching, for being 100% honest, rather than Julian. And I'm sitting there tweaking out saying I want to quit. And Julian's like, dog, like we're on the breaking point of, killing it, of success, of getting tons of clients, of helping more people. This guy's like still locked in on this mindset when like I'm sitting here like I have no reason to be like tweaking out. Like I just need to keep going, right? But that's why you need somebody in your life that's going through the same things with you and trying to achieve the same exact things. And you guys are just sharpening each other like iron. But you have to understand that this is never going to come out of nowhere. Your buddy right now that you're thinking like, ooh, we could maybe lock it. No, you couldn't. You got to separate everyone from your life. I'm going to be honest. And 100%. It sounds a bit ridiculous. Like I'm not saying come home and don't say a word to your family members or never see your friends again. You don't have to do it the way I did it, but you have to stop doing the activities with, all your boys or whatever. You're going to have to stop drinking with the boys on the weekends and doing those fun activities because life as a man is not meant to be fun. You don't feel fulfilled. You lay your head down on that pillow thinking, man, I'm built for more. You're scrolling social media. You see a lot of people just want financial success. So I like to use that as an example. Me personally, I don't really care too much about money. I know in the long run with my work ethic that I'm going to be successful no matter what and financially free. So I don't really care about it too much. I don't think about money. Obviously, unless I'm low on money. But at the end of the day, like, a lot of you guys are caught up in that. And where was I going with that? Basically, you have to, like, when you see those people on social media and you're scrolling and you see these 20-year-olds, like, driving Lambos and stuff like that, and you think to yourself, that could be me. Like, I have what it takes. You do. You could be that guy. That guy wakes up and doesn't feel like doing stuff some days. That guy is like, you guys got to think about LeBron James, Elon Musk, Michael Jordan. I've used this term before, I think, in one of my videos. They all wake up and don't want to do stuff some days. David Goggins, even him, he wakes up and he doesn't want to do things. Even me, I wake up at 2:30 a.m. every single morning. Not 2:35, not 2:33. At 2:30, I get up, I get in the cold shower. He does the same thing. But I had to start off doing that by myself. I had to start off getting up, getting in the cold plunge, going to the gym, all this stuff, and it's documented on my Instagram in my one-on-one coaching. It's documented on my YouTube. This guy had to wake up at 2:45, and I did all that, and I worked on my coach. I went to the gym, and then I went to my 10-hour shift. He did the same thing, hitting the gym in the morning, then hitting the cold plunge, then
going to work,
working job, coming back, working on the business, hopping on client calls. Like, we had to sacrifice everything. There was no time, but you guys got to fill up your day with purpose, with what your actual mission is. And if you don't know what that is right now, you have to find it through conquering your best self, through just working out every single day, building this foundation. It comes through health and nutrition. And once you get those dialed in, you're going to know who you want to become. So right now, if you don't know, don't stress it. You're not behind. You're not like, if you're working a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Jobs are great. Jobs keep you in a schedule. Use it to your advantage. Because when I had my job, I knew exactly what time I had to work every day. So I knew exactly what time everything else had to happen. If you don't have a routine and a schedule that's completely going to lock you in for good, then you're going to stay all over the place. You're going to stay feeling that same feeling at night of you don't even know who you truly are, but you know what you're capable of. You know what I mean? I'm yapping. Let me get my voice to stop.
Yeah, we've been working, grinding. That's why we got connected, because we were both doing really hard things like hitting the gym, hitting the cold plunge, eating 100% clean, really focusing on who we want to be. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta build the foundation. You gotta separate yourself from 99% of the people that you know that are not trying to get where you're trying to get. Everybody at my job was not trying to escape the rat race.
Facts.
They're all eating terrible foods.
Facts.
They're offering me terrible foods.
Facts.
And they're not really focused on their mission, who they want to become. That's why we separated, and we're always doing new things. We're always constantly shifting your identity. What's one new thing that we started that was different on this trip that is shifting your identity?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Definitely recently is cutting out cussing.
So,
That's definitely shifting my identity for sure. What do you got another one? What would you say?
cutting out cussing, and then for me was switching my morning workouts to the evening workouts, because I always worked out in the morning, but I do like the evening workouts. I feel high energy after getting a good meal in, so that's one thing I changed, and I feel really good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say for me, realizing that I can keep my diet so freaking simple and I don't need all the little extra stuff. My diet right now is ground beef, eggs, sweet potato, and I just recently stopped eating rice. Like, there's nothing wrong with rice whatsoever. I just like the sweet potato better as my carb source, and oranges. No other fruit really. Maybe if I'm on the go and like a YouTube video, I'll grab a piece of fruit, but other than that, like, realize that keeping my diet as simple as possible keeps me so focused on my work that I have to do, and I'm not overthinking about, food going bad in the fridge or what variety I can have. I love to eat these foods every day. I'm literally fat. I'm talking to June all day about food half the time. Like, I'm ready to eat. You know what I mean? But I'd say another thing for this guy, the shift of your identity is right there.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, I'm going fully carnivore. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it for, but I set up for 30 days. I'm gonna try, and if I like it a lot, I'm gonna keep doing it and keep pushing through and keep. So far, I've been liking it. I feel like I got like super strength when I'm on the beach pumping. And I feel like I'm getting more shredded, and I actually lost weight even though I'm eating a whole bunch. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's meal this morning was 4,000 calories. Is that the same one?
Yeah. Wait, no way! I got 8K calories in today.
Okay, maybe it's like 7K. It's definitely a 7K calories.
You're kidding.
Bro,
Then how am I not gaining weight?
because you just started eating that, right?
Yeah, remember
Before you were eating
I was
less?
190.
Yeah, but
I was eating way less calories. I was eating like
So today you're definitely gonna, if you don't gain weight, there's something wrong with you, bro.
I think my body just genetically freaked out.
Yeah, that's facts. But, what else was I gonna say? You got something to
I
say?
shipped my identity with this. And yeah, it's been going good so far. Especially doing little things are gonna shift your identity. And like, I learned so much about budgeting and using my money wisely. This guy's helped me out a lot, because I came out here like no clue what to do with my money. I was just freeballing it, I guess. And then having God bless me with some cash and stuff. But Yeah, just cutting out the things that you don't need. Now that I realize it, all I need is like beef or like eggs and butter. I don't need any extra stuff that's gonna do anything. Like back in the hometown, I was getting dates, I was getting macadamia nuts, I was getting Brazil nuts, I was having my supplements, sardines. I was having so much extra stuff that I don't need. Like,
yeah, when I first met this guy, I literally started like not first met him, I guess, but once we reunited, I could say, I started to order tons of things. I'm getting all this little extra stuff that he's put me on with, which is cool. It's fun, and it actually kind of helps shift my identity. But honestly, the better route, and that we've learned, and we've gone through both routes, just simplify it. Take all the BS out of your life. You don't need something new. You need to get rid of the old version of you. And that's going to give you the ability to create the new version of you. But you must get rid of the old guy, right? And that's what setting the standard does. And you got to fall above, like don't fall short of that standard, you know, reach for the best, reach for that 100%. And you can't say, I'm going to try. You can't have a victim mindset. You got to say, I'm going to do this no matter what. And if you fail, what do you do? We all fail. I fail. I posted one reel the other day when I told myself I'm going to post two. I fail all the time. Whether it's me failing in a little way or me failing in a large way, it doesn't matter. We all fail, but you got to understand that all it takes is for you to reflect. That day I fail every single day. I reflect on my day and I find something that I didn't do good enough. I say, okay, I could have got better right here. No matter how good my day was, no matter if I have the most productive day I've ever had in my life, there's going to be something on that list of my reflection every single night of something that I could have got better at. And that's why I'm always going to improve every single day. I'm never going to reach there's no roof for me. Yeah. The sky is the limit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and even coming out here, like I could say that I failed and I didn't make money so I could live on my own, but guess what? I learned so much and I grew so much. It's not a failure. It's a new opportunity for me to go back home and to get even more successful than I am. And that's what's going to happen because I have a mindset that I'm delusional to the point where I'm going to get more clients and I'm going to build way more success as soon as I get home, so then I can travel wherever I want. I can go travel back to this dog right here, bring my guy JP, where all of us are just successful because our mindsets are so on point. This is why I want you guys to hold me accountable in this video. I'm going to be doing carnivore when I go back, hold me accountable for that. And then also, no cussing. I'm not going to cuss. I'm going to keep staying focused on not cussing and keep putting God first.
Yeah.
I got to set these pillars so I don't go back to my old identity. A lot of you guys expect crazy growth, but you're still eating your pizza. You're still smoking weed. And I was going through the same exact thing. Yeah, I'm not going to have pizza with my girl. Oh, that pizza looks so good. Let me just have a bite. And then now I feel like a Jeff and I'll regret what I did.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's facts. Well, I'm chewing, guys.
He's chewing. You got the gorilla eating up right now.
I'm trying to scarf my meal down. I still got this orange. But no, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so just shifting your identity and just constantly trying to find new opportunities for you to grow. I looked at this opportunity to come out here to constantly grow, to challenge myself through pain and suffering, through starving, through waking up really early at 2:30 a.m. when I was already doing this back in the hometown. That's why you have to build the foundation and you have to start off small. We're not this strong for a random reason. It's because we built it by years of discipline. This dude's been hitting the gym for over 4 years.
5 years now.
Yeah, 5 years. And I've been in the gym for over 2 years. And that's us building discipline. I've been eating clean for almost over 2 years. Eating the beef, eating the eggs, eating the whole foods that neutralize my body. Of course, I fell short along the journey, but guess what? I got back up. That's why I love the verse. The righteous man falls 7 times, but he gets up 8 every single time. I don't care how much times you fall in this life. You got to get back up and you got to keep striving for greatness every single day. It's like the day when I tore my hamstring. I'm limping in the gym and I'm still pumping because I don't care. I'm still going to get up even though my hamstring is just torn. I don't care. We still got to get up for God and we still got to strive for greatness.
And this guy is hitting his 10K steps when I'm telling him, bro, sit down. Like, he's like, no, bro.
I don't know if I got 10 that day.
No, that first day you did it, but the second day you were just as bad and you still hit 10K steps. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dog, what is wrong with you? But what I honestly think this all is, and you guys can call me delusional, whatever, this guy is putting the work every single day. I think God is holding back clients from him right now because he has a mission back at home. That's honestly what I think it is. Like, I don't understand what else it could be because I've seen this guy put in the reps every single day without having, like, needing that dream result to happen, you know? He just knows that he puts in the reps no matter how long it takes. He doesn't care if he dies before he gets his result. He's going to be satisfied every single day, feeling proud, knowing that he put in the reps with the right intentions, trying to become his best version of himself, right? But I think that's what this is, honestly. I think I need to learn how to be alone. I booked this flight to come here, hoping, like, I was calling Julian, hoping he would come, but I was going to come either way, alone or not, or with Julian, and I think that's what this is. Maybe I just need to be alone because I'm fearful. I have the devil in my head right now. I'm scared for Julian to leave. I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about being by myself. I get in my own head way too dang much, and Julian knows this because every single day I'm second guessing everything I'm doing. He's like, yo, dude, relax. Like, you just got to put in the same reps that we've been putting in. Like, stop expecting insane results super fast. You know what I mean? Like, I get in my head all the time, and I need to learn how to deal with that myself. And I know I have what it takes. I know it's going to be hard, but you know, who cares? I'm going to make it happen. You guys are going to watch on this channel. And, I mean, yeah, like, I think that's what this really is Julian has a mission back at home. God has something for him that he needs to go conquer. And, you know, whatever God puts in his life after that, I know it's going to be insane. You got some huge success in front of you, my guy. Like, bro.
Yeah, both of us, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we're both striving. Yeah, this guy's he's gonna conquer. I've been telling him to start meditating, practice stoicism, because that's what helped me get out of my head. Is sitting in my room, meditating. I started meditating senior year, and I've been doing it ever since that. So that's why my mind is so still. That's why I'm so in tune with myself, because I've been practicing meditation. I've been practicing stoicism while I was working my job, because I didn't like my job. I didn't like waking up at 2:45 in the morning. It's freezing cold. I'm driving.
Yeah, Washington is snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing and stuff. The only reason why I was so strong is because stoicism and my daily habits of working out and eating clean. I felt like an absolute tank at my job. I walked in, everybody's smaller than me. You know, I'm bigger than everybody. That's what gives me the confidence to break out of the chains. If you're not strong, if you're not big, and if you don't have mental focus on who you want to become, you're going to stay stuck. You wonder why society wants you so weak. They want you eating processed food. They want you scrolling on TikTok. They want you chasing chicks. They want you doing drugs. They want you being disrespectful to your family. That's another reason why I got to go back home, because I feel like if I'm not neutralizing my body 100%, I'm not going to be 100% optimal on the camera and optimal helping out you guys to improve. So I got to put my health on the line to really show my true self so I can help you guys out and do the same for my family when I go back home. That's why I'm trying this carnivore diet, so I can have more clarity and focus on who I want to become, because the carbs were kind of giving me brain fog. And I want to be sharp, I want to be on point, so then I can grow my one-on-one personal coaching and get back after it with this guy right here, and also help my dog JP out and just get everybody locked in. That's what it's about, growing together. Society wants you to be against each other. We're all in the body of Christ. The world is against us, so we should be together and growing together every single day.
Wow. Yeah, I want to go off the fact that the world is literally built to make you an absolute robot, built to make you weak. I've been watching a lot of videos recently and just learning a lot, but I've always known these things. But like the fluoride in the water, guys, there's not supposed to be fluoride in water. It's put in the water, and fluoride literally, it messes with your pineal gland, which that's your third eye. That's like literally the center of your brain that, you know, gives you the most mental clarity. It's what helps you get deep sleep. It's what helps you, like, what are the other facts?
It helps you tap into the inside of God. It helps you get the infinite intelligence that you need so you can build your dream reality.
And that's just one little thing. Often the processed foods, holy crap, please go look up a video or go on ChatGPT and ask it the ingredients in a McDonald's burger or a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Guys, the meal I used to get at Chick-fil-A had 150 ingredients. Bro, what in the world? Like, how does that even make sense? And it looks healthy, it's deceiving. Even the grilled chicken there has 50 ingredients in just the chicken patty.
Yeah.
Not even the bun, not even whatever, the sauce. It's ridiculous, right? But everything is built to make you soft and weak. So once I realized these things and I started to do the research, it made me never want to go back to stuffing my face with Chick-fil-A, even though I'm bulky. It made me never want to go back to, I used to drink tap water. I don't drink tap water. You know, like, just optimize yourself. Worry about what you really, really, really need to do to optimize yourself. And don't fall short. I mean, I'm trying to chew on it.
Yeah, and just remember, optimizing yourself. And the fact that you have this knowledge and you're not doing it, that means you have no excuse to be complaining about your position because you're not making any change. So I don't care if you're mad about your position. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're skinny. We were both skinny. And guess what?
Balls.
We had to make a change. We had to start eating more beef. We had to start eating eggs. We had to start hitting the gym and sleeping enough. And guess what? We changed for the better. We grew for the better. So you got no excuse to be growing after this video and tapping into your highest potential.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep growing every day. I don't care.
I've gained 100 pounds
Yeah.
to be able to hop on this camera and tell you guys, you have what it takes. Imagine doubling your body weight. I went from 110 to 220. I'm not 220 right now, but that was my transformation. Imagine doubling your human body weight. And like, guys, I never thought that was possible. Obviously I grew a few inches in the process. I started working out very young, but I don't care. Like, whatever you think is so unrealistic, but dig that in your mind. Whatever that dream is that you genuinely can't even like comprehend how big it is in your head, put that man, excuse me, the carbs are getting to me. Mind the cop in the carnivore.
Hey, we're gonna get them all to watch.
But get that vision of that guy, because that's you. That's literally you in the future right now. That vision in your head is put in there because of God. God put that vision in your head, right? And that's the man you need to become. But first you need to understand that you need to take that man and realize, okay, what daily habits does this guy have? Because nothing matters. Every single day we wake up, it's like we get to reinvent ourselves, basically. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new day. The world is not the same as yesterday, and it's not going to be the same tomorrow. So when you wake up, it's like kind of being reborn again. Every day you wake up, it's a new chance to become somebody different. It's a new chance to do new things, get new experiences, cut out the BS in your life. But if you keep holding on to the same things, and yes, you want to. Yes, you want the processed foods. Yes, you want the alcohol, whatever. But start off with just your health and fitness. Cut that stuff out, man. Cut it out and focus on what is that best version of you doing. Genuinely, what is he? He's not eating the processed foods in moderation and balance. He's going 100% in. It's hard, it's difficult. And maybe you're at such a low point where you can't aim for that 100% in, but aim for the next step. Aim to cut out fast foods, and maybe you have a processed snack here and there at home. And then after that, once you hit that level, reach for the next level, reach for the next. And soon enough, you're gonna be either in my position, you're gonna be past me, who knows? You're gonna be successful though at some point if you focus on the best version of yourself and you close the gap. Every single day is a new day.
Mm-hmm. And there's so much levels to success. Most people are rich, but they're not really successful. They still drink alcohol. They still have their processed food.
Yeah.
They still feel low confidence. This is success. Eating 100% clean.
Way more worth it.
His body is success. You get to walk around with confidence and feel jacked.
Yeah.
The mindset is success of you meditating and tapping into yourself. Success is not all about money.
It has nothing to do
physical
with
money is here.
It does nothing.
It could be gone and disappear. Like, you gotta realize that the money is an illusion.
Literally a number in your account has nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
Nothing. It has your name on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That could easily be stripped. What if your bank went bankrupt? Where would all that money go? There's no policy. If your bank literally went bankrupt, your money would be gone. It's not even yours. It's your bank's. You need to understand that. Everything that you dream of, it all is in here. All the feelings of you driving the dream car, of you having the dream house, it's all a feeling. Guess what? You have felt every single feeling that there is to feel on this earth, right? You are human. We've all experienced every single feeling. We experienced every single high, and we've experienced every single low. Whether that's a family member dying in your household recently, or whether that's Maybe for somebody else, it's wrecking their car, and maybe it's not as serious. We both hit the same low, right? My lowest low looks way different than yours, but it all feels the same. So at the end of the day, if you understand that every single thing in life is about your feelings, about, what you fulfill your life with, you're gonna understand that money means nothing. And that money is just gonna be a term of, it's gonna show, you have some success, but it's not gonna mean anything to you if you tap into your inner self and you conquer who you're actually meant to be, because money's gonna come easy. It's gonna come right into your bank account, and it's gonna come flying out sometimes, because life is full of ups and downs, and we're just supposed to sit here, ride the wave, trust God in every single process. We gotta pray when we're at our highest point. We gotta pray when we're at our lowest point, right? Don't just pray to God when you're going through rough things. Pray to God when you're winning. Thank Him for everything you have. I wake up every single day. This guy helped me out, be great, help me out by writing 10 things I'm grateful for down every single day. And that is the best thing I've ever done. It helps me so much. Every single day I'm writing down, I'm thankful for, it's always different. It's whatever comes to mind. This morning I wrote down, I'm thankful to have a kitchen, not only the food, because I wrote down I'm thankful for my healthy whole foods, but I'm thankful to have a kitchen to cook in. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. I'm thankful that I can get up and walk today, because I know there's people that can't, right? So you guys got to realize what you're grateful for. You got to use that to strive you to get better, right? But hopefully out there.
And you guys think the pain and the feelings are going to be permanent. Us losing our girls, us losing our family, that pain is not permanent. Everything is just but a moment. Every single feeling, every single experience is just for a moment. So what do you want to experience?
Yeah.
Do you want to experience your dream body? Do you want to experience having mental clarity? Do you want to experience like-minded brotherhood connection that is real, instead of having something that's fake, that doesn't even feel real to you?
To have friends that you have to put on an act.
Yeah.
All my friends, I had to act. But when I lay my head down on the pillow, guys, those are my brothers. I love them with all my heart. And they know who they are if they're watching this video. I love you guys to my heart, but when I had laid my head down on that pillow, I knew what I was doing that night had nothing to do with who I want to be, and I felt guilty, right? And a lot of you guys are just putting on an act, and it's so normal to you that you don't think twice about it. It's just a reality. You're putting on this layer that I've realized I put on in my content and stuff like that. For you guys, there's a difference between doing it in real life and doing it in content. Don't put on the layer, don't put on the act to go hang out and drink alcohol with your friends just because you feel bad if you say no. Don't feel guilty, don't fall into peer pressure. You're a grown man. Grab your balls and man up and say no and stick to your standard. It's really that simple.
In fact, stick to your standards and make sure you're putting your family first.
Yeah.
My guy Ian helped me get closer with my mom, helped me really build a deeper connection with my dad, because we got to remember, the family is where it's at. The relationships is where it's at. The money is going to fade away. Do you want to be a lonely rich guy, or do you want to be well off with a beautiful family, beautiful grandparents, and actually have a home that you love, and you actually love the people around you, instead of having a bad situation where you're rich and you're selfish? So you just got to think about that too.
Yeah. You guys, you really separate the money from your dream reality and your dream version of yourself, we've said it enough times, but other than that, is there any other lessons you want to speak about?
Pretty good. I think it was a good video for you.
Yeah, definitely a good video. And guys, don't just use this video and use it as motivation. Really use it to maybe take a notebook out, maybe go in your notes app right now and write down, it sounds silly, right? But this is something I would do. If somebody told me to do it when I started my self-improvement journey, I would probably pull out my notebook and I would start doing it, because I had the dedication and I had that willpower to, I'm going to do whatever it takes. So if this guy's in the position I want to be in, if this guy's jack shredded, he's moved out the country, blah, blah, whatever it is, whatever you like about me, whatever you don't like, write it down, right? Write down who you want to become. Write down one lesson you learned in this video. Write down one thing you're going to change about your life, because we're sharing our perspective, but your perspective might be different. Me and you aren't supposed to relate on every single aspect, right? We're supposed to stand on who we truly are deep down, because you live life differently than me. We grew up differently. We grew up in different homes, different circumstances. So create your dream version. Don't have another man in your head when you decide to write down the dream version of yourself, the best version of you. Don't just think about somebody you saw on social media that you want to be like. Nah, man. Really dig deep. Who do you want to be? What standards in your life right now, or what bad habits do you have? Write them down. Figure out how to cut them out. Create a system. This is what I did. This is what I help my clients do. And we all succeed. It's so simple, but it just takes that extra effort. And if you need accountability, then reach out to somebody and get a coach. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying this to, give me money. No, I'm being serious. Get a coach. I had to get a coach. I've had plenty of coaches in my life. I had to invest money in myself, right? If that's the step you're willing to take, then do it. Take risks, sacrifice. And it doesn't have to be me as your coach. It could be anybody. I don't care, but I want you guys to level up today. I don't want you to use this video to stay the same and be average. Average is for the average. You're not meant to be average. Don't be a robot. The world is meant to program you, all right?
Let's go. Make sure you guys are visualizing who you want to become and align your actions with who you want to be. If your actions aren't aligned with who you want to be, if the people around you aren't aligned with who you want to be, if the food around you is not aligned with who you want to be, then cut it out and stay focused on who you want to be so you can attract your dream reality. That's why we're going to keep growing and we're going to keep following our purpose every single day.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Same thing, if you guys need a one-on-one coach, click the link in the description, either to my Instagram, shoot me a DM, or just click the link to book a one-on-one call with me if you're serious and you're really ready to invest in yourself and obviously hit that point where you're ready to go all in. You're ready to, build the dream version of yourself, your dream physique, your dream mindset, everything, right? Other than that, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video, and we're just gonna keep growing. This is just a start, man. There's never no end goal. It's always just conquering every day with the habits, with the routines, with the daily tasks. Let's go. Come on. Ooh.
What time is it?
Yes, sir.